All right, here we go. Here are 40 books. That I am returning to the library that I hope will show you a process of loving reading, and particularly the discovery of these. Now, I keep a big library at my house. It's something that is a lifelong project to continue to add to my library in meaningful ways. And I got these 40 books from the CSU library that are due to go back. And before we return them, I want to share them with you. And in so doing, I hope that sharing these 40 books will inspire a love of reading and the breadth and depth of being able to read widely, and also encourage the use of a library, because libraries allow us to kind of prototype a reading experience, and then based on that, go deeper into this. So a lot of these are, I've selected these because of really a single question, and that is, what is the future of higher education? So all of these in some ways are responding to the design, the theory, the practice, but also some inspiration and the different forms that a future of higher education might take. So this is kind of, you can think about this as a set of prototypes as well for different ways of approaching the knowledge process. So let's start here. The first one is to suggest this is a 5th discipline resource, Schools That Learn, a 5th discipline field book for educators, parents, and everyone who cares about education, by Peter Senji, but also with contributors from Cameron McCabe, Timothy Lucas, Brian Smith, Janice Dutton, and Art Kleiner. And this is a way of looking at schools themselves as processes of being able to learn. This is good to understand how the 5th discipline applies to learning organizations, particularly in schools. So this is a nice one, Schools That Learn. That's connected to number 2 is Peter M. Senji, The 5th Discipline, The Art and Practice of the Learning Organization. This is a classic. Harvard Business Review says one of the seminal management books of the past 75 years. And it identifies the 5 disciplines that an organization needs to continue to grow. And that is the pursuit of personal mastery. This is the original reason why I got this book, was to explore frameworks for personal mastery and what that looks like. Mental models, shared vision, team learning, and then the 5th discipline the book is about is systems thinking. That's the 5th discipline. Number 3, Rethinking the 5th Discipline, Learning with the Unknowable, by Routledge in 1999, by Robert Louis Flood. And this one is more of a critical examination of a presentation of Senji's The 5th Discipline, then Bertalanffy's Open Systems Theory, Beer's Organizational Cybernetics, Ackoff's Interactive Planning, Checklin's Soft Systems Approach, Churchman's Critical Systemic Thinking, and then Senji's 5th Discipline Revisited. It does cover systemic thinking, the demise of problem solutions in normal organizational life, getting to grips with complexity, systemic appreciation, systems of process, systems of structure, systems of meaning, systems of knowledge power, prismatic thought, and then on an approach of organizational learning and transformation, systemic evaluation. This is relevant here for how we would analyze and process personal mastery at a more personal level. And practical animation, interesting how this reflects to local areas. This is a great scholarly Rethinking the 5th Discipline. Looks like the 5th Discipline was originally published in not 2006. This was redone. 1990. So yeah, 1990, 1999, after it came out. These are all in systems thinking and organizational thinking, how that might look. All right, the next set, number 4, is going to start looking at the process of transformations. This is Grant McCracken's Transformations, 2008, from Indiana University Press, and it covers different kinds of transformations: self-transformation in popular culture, traditional transformations, status transformations, modern transformations, and postmodern transformations. Appendix, the argument in brief. That's probably, looking at this, the one place that I would look, and one of the reasons why I got this book. And it is that contemporary culture has embraced a, quote, expansionary individualism. This consists of 4 transformational routines. So in our individualism, we have these different transformational routines and understanding. This is postmodern transformation. Interesting. 7 characteristics of postmodern transformation. Number 1, the self is porous and encourages excursions in and out. Contemporary culture is preoccupied with the creation of vehicles for these excursions. That's a great way to describe the Wisdom Workshop. The world is porous. The porosity marks a return to the fluidness and open boundaries of traditional societies and the ability to move across categories of time, space, cultures, and species. Interesting. Number 3, the individual claims the right to self-authorship. Number 4, the individual claims the right of cultural creation, the right to change the cultural categories that define him or her. Number 5, the individual consists of many selves, demoting essence and authenticity in favor of exploration. Very interesting. Number 6, there is a division of labor in the creation, exploration, and occupation of new selves. Interesting way of defining a learning path that we're going to get here. Creation, exploration, and occupation is similar to disorientation, exploration, naming, and equilibrium as occupation. Number 7, transformation comes from a variety of motives, some free, some forced. Postmodern transformations are visible in Hollywood films, contemporary music, trends in fashion, teen interaction, the arrival of new transformational vehicles, and the emergence of a global self. Okay, cool. Exploration of transformations, and you can start to see how this one, you can start to see how this book is starting to weave in connections with some of the other books here. We're going to stick on themes of transformations. This is 1980, William Bridges, Making Transitions, Strategies for Coping with the Difficult, Painful, and Confusing Times in Your Life. Endings, Love and Work, A Lifetime of Transitions, Being in Transition. And that is basically what this one covers, and the need for change, thinking about different transitions. The most scholarly and interesting, going to the hardcore, this is 1960, Anthropology by Arnold van Gennep, The Rites of Passage. This book is do we even get a table of contents in here? Holy cow. Did they not do table of contents in the 1960s? Are you kidding me? Betrothal and Marriage, Initiation Rites, Birth and Childhood, Pregnancy, Individuals and Groups, and how that, Territorial Passage, Classification of Rites. Here we go. For some reason it's before, there we go. So you can see there is these different kinds of looking at rites of passage, and this is kind of the scholarly source on transitions. Yeah, I think that is the sense of part of the thread that we're looking at is how we move through change. And so let's do one more. This is number 7, Henry Oliver's The Second Act, What Late Bloomers Can Tell You About Reinventing Your Life. And this one is one of the first ones that I'm thinking about purchasing and or definitely re-getting. So this would be one to add to the personal library, particularly because he's got this nice framework of a re-examined life and reasons to have a midlife crisis. So it kind of, and also suggests a platform of what a transition into another new life looks like with Miranda and career paths, the emphasis on people, networks and influence, networks on place, what you do, and timing of that. So nice big picture. Didn't get as much into this as I would have liked to. These are books 4, 5, 6, and 7 on transformations and transitions through an adult life, something we're working with.